The largest school district in the state is exploring year-round schooling as well as longer school days for the next academic year. Houston ISD superintendent touched on a number of important topics today as the district continues to navigate COVID-19. Here's Jason Miles.
The 2020-21 academic year at schools like this one will definitely look a lot different, that's for sure. Right now, HISD is looking at in-person classes, staggered schedules, remote learning, or a combination of everything. Wearing her own medical mask and gloves on the way to a podium.
The safety of our students and families is our top priority.
Interim Superintendent Grenita Lathan spoke about COVID-19's impact on HISD.
Summer school will be held virtually from June the 8th through July 2nd.
The big question for families dealing with distance learning for the last 2 months, what about the fall? Lathan said various options are on the table for the 2020-21 academic year, and final decisions will likely come in the next 4 weeks.
We've also received guidance from TEA as it relates to possible options of a year-round designation or extended school year calendars, and we are exploring that as a district.
Just last night, the Board of Trustees, during its own remote meeting, approved the first step of a plan to make HISD a so-called District of Innovation, which allows for more flexibility in creating school calendars, teacher hiring protocols, and attendance requirements. Meanwhile, work continues to better connect students in technology-challenged households. And so far, more than 14,000 hotspots or remote Wi-Fi devices have been handed out since mid-March.
And I want to thank our students for their flexibility and determination to continue learning at home.
Superintendent Lathan said one of the most difficult things she had to decide was canceling in-person graduations. Those are set to begin virtually on June 14th. And there's a lot I could not get to. You can read a lot more on khou.com.